Hello everybody and welcome back to Rolling Line. Today I'm going to work on the freight yard over here. This is going to be a huge project compared to everything else I've done so far. So I anticipate this is going to take a few videos for me to actually get to any state of completion. In between last time, I did a few touch-ups on the agriculture industry as well as the river scene. So I detailed up the kind of lift bridge gate area just a little bit. I decided to block this area here so the freight yard will be separated from this scene. I think it adds just a nice little scenic touch to the rest of this area and extends the scene just a skosh. Nothing crazy through here, just a bit more of what I'd already been doing with some grass and some of the same trees and hills. I did add a few of these kind of splotches. I don't know what these shapes are. It's the same ones I used to fill in some of the terrain gaps over here actually, but I colored them up to be a slightly brownish green color, just to have the wheat fields pop a little bit more. I did come in and lower the river scene, so the river is a bit further down. I think it makes the bridge look a bit more realistic. I might need to do it a little bit more, but for now I think this is, it feels like it's a lot more convincing, it's a lot more dynamic. I think this enhances it just a bit. On this side, I've finished up the switchboard here, added a couple locomotive remotes and a couple drawers that are built in, so I can access these, place props and trains and stuff as I need to. And I just kind of gave this a little bit of a cleanup before we start this massive this massive endeavor here. What I'm contemplating is actually putting a passenger terminal, like a passenger siding or station along the back wall here. I'm not sure I'm going to do that, but I think it could be pretty fun if I can find a way to pull it off, I guess. First things first, I want to start with the biggest element to this entire area, which is going to be the locomotive. The Roundhouse and some of that facility is a turntable. So this will allow us to make some turntables. We can do things with the depth, we can do exits and a whole bunch of stuff. There is one thing I need to do, actually. Let me jump over here. I'm working on a new mod showcase setup, but you'll see that later. I went through some of my mods and I found these Northern Pacific really big steam locomotives. I want to see how it fits. I want to make sure the turntables and stuff will accommodate a big locomotive like this. So we're going to get you going. I could just carry this locomotive around, but I also want to check and see how it looks on the curves. It should be a pretty good indicator if this is something I'm actually going to want to seriously use on the layout. In the meantime, here's the locomotive, or my mod showcase area. This is very work in progress, but hopefully with the next mod showcase, this will be ready to go, and should be, hopefully I can get some better shots and stuff on it. I never usually do this, so let's ride this big boy over there. It could be fun. Let me cut through the scene a little bit. So we're going to hover just alongside the train. I want to see how this locomotive looks on the curves, especially this curve up here. This is probably the tightest curve on the layout right now. It is clipping through the sides a bit, so that's good to know. Oddly enough, I think it's not too bad if I take out the railings, so maybe that's something I can do. We're inside the tunnel. Oh, we're here. Oops. We had the passenger car I had set out. Okay. Thank you for your timely arrival. Yeah, so now we're already running into a problem where I can't get this locomotive inside to the facility We're going to have a crossover at some point. I might go ahead and put this in before I forget. I made a couple custom turnouts that work quite nicely. Let's go to you connected through there. So you have to back up a bit. Oh no, come back! No! Don't hide in the tunnel. If you get stuck in there, I don't want to come digging through the tunnel for you. Come on! Stay there. Good job. What am I doing? I don't know. Track. Straight. Nope. Straight. Let's try 3. I want this to go straight just a skosh before I put the turnouts. Need you. And I need... Oh wait, no. I'm dumb. Need that. I need flex track, or I don't know, I call it flex track, but this track. Should be my minimum radius yeah, that was really tight. Let's do this. This. Shoot. What's this look like? Let's just redo it from this angle. Take you. No. Thank you. Like that. Get rid of that. Let's move you forward. Oh, it's gonna pull this whole deal back a little bit, isn't it? That's not the end of the world. Yeah, we're good. If this does push it all back, I think the trade-off is totally worth it, though. So let's get rid of you. Oh, I see. Okay, so this... Ooh, do I see? Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Shoot. I don't want the giant, long, honking piece of straight that I made. Let's, take you guys... and then... I don't want to do this. Oh, you're just flex track. And then... Maybe I need to make this slightly longer. Let's do that. Let's make you 7. Sure, why not? Okay, so this is size 7. Come on. Size 7. Nice. Pull you here. For now, we're going to put this... We'll put it like that. Wait a second. Where's my... Oh crap, how... Oh no. Oh no. Where is he? There he is. Oh my gosh. My mind's leaving me. Ah. He just was like, this is my chance. Run away. Oh, I can't make that up. Oh my gosh. I bet you could see him just slowly drive off in the distance. I'm good, guys. Don't worry. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Pulled up a couple modded buildings just to kind of see how things might fit. And I have a different mod that adds some passenger station stuff. Now, I think what I might do, so I give myself the best shot at having this fit, is once this curve comes through here and this splits off, I'm going to curve the track in a little bit. And maybe that'll give me a bit more space to have a couple tracks that come off for the passenger station. I assume I'm going to be doing this. Ooh, that's a bit harsh, actually. But that does line it up okay. I think I need just a little bit of distance. So just slightly more straight before I go to that curve. 4 is going to be plenty. So this will be doing a bit of an S bend, which is not ideal, but if I take that out and I put flex track in, and I get it to snap, thank you. That should lessen the S-bend effect a bit. This is lined up still, so that should be good. Okay, so this will be if I want to do the passenger station. So this will come here. Actually, this needs to go to a triple straight. And then we need a straight track. Do I have regular, just one null straight? Yes. Okay, so that'll go on this side. How's this look? It's not a huge station platform, but I think it will be good. I can have a track on both ends, which will be nice. So that's looking a bit sharp still. Scoochie you down. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, thank you. Right, so that looks pretty straight on for that guy. Come on. Come on. Thank you. I don't know if you'll snap, but that would be nice. From a distance, it's not the most exciting thing. Like, it's really far back to be reaching for passenger station, but it could be the only way I can put one in here. Left. Left. Right. Oh, these are actually further to the right. Oh, dear. No, sorry, I put this on the wrong end. This needs to go this track. And this is what this is going to... Oh, gosh. Yeah, that means all this track has to get replaced. Whoa, what am I doing? I don't know. Okay, well, I've made a fantastic mess of everything and ruined most of the track that I'm going to have to replace, like, all of this. But I do have my passenger station down, which is pretty good. Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. Yeah, I forgot the benchwork's taller on the side, so this can stick through over here. And it doesn't matter. Oh. Only I got that lucky in every other aspect of my life. Yeah, so now we have a cool passenger station. Well, you know, it's a block, but we'll put stuff on it, and it will be a passenger station. I'd like to go and connect all this up, though. That'd be swell. So many pieces, thank you. These will be the arrival departure tracks. Okay. What? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh. Yay. This is fine. What's the best way to do this? I have to redo... I have to have room for the curve coming off the platform, so it's got to curve this way. Come on, go the other way. That's not gonna work. You don't like that. Why? Come on, work with me. Work with me. Work. Nope. That didn't work. I need to connect some of these lines. I'm looking at too many pieces of track and I'm like, it's all turning into spaghetti. That is a problem, because now the passenger train can't get to the inside line unless I do 2 double crossovers. Yeah, this is getting complicated. This is getting juicy. Juicy complicated. Push you. Do that. I think I figured out a way to fix this turnout here. So it all should line up nicely. What do I need to do now? I just need to get back in here, fix this track so it lines up. Double crossover fun. So how's the spacing? So it's a bit wide. It's not the end of the world though, because I can just... In theory, I think I can fix it on this end if it connects. It'll take a little bit of finagling, but I think I can make that work. Alright, I got this to fit. I just had to rearrange it, put the double crossover in, and then scoot all this down. This does have a potential downside of shortening the arrival departure tracks just a skosh. Let's pull Locomotive in, because I want to see if this will fit. I need to test it on the shortest arrival departure track. Yeah, this should be good for you to go ahead and test. Alright. So we'll get the Erie steam locomotive in. I think we're gonna be good. Ideally, I'd like it to fit this train plus a bit extra. I need to fix the yard ladder, but before I do that, I need to do the locomotive facility. Or we're gonna start with the largest component first, which is going to be the turntable. 1.5 depth on you? Turntable exits. So I'll take a little bit of trial and error. How many can I add on this? I can just go crazy. I don't need 30. Is that good? Do I want this to be a bit tighter? We could up it to 24. So what's the difference? What's that look like? Yeah, the tighter these are, the more I seem to like it. I don't like that. Right. The next thing I need to do, I need to make sure this is going to be long enough to turn around my longest locomotives, which will be... Where'd you go? Oh, no, you're over here. Yeah, come back here. Which would be this guy. We'll let him back up. I think I can pick him up and put him down on this, but I can, I guess I could do it this way too. So, I'm not sure I'm actually going to run something this big on this layout, but this is a good way to test. Yeah, so slightly too short. I guess I'll put you here. Delete. Delete. Let's do 28. We'll increase this to 13. I might need to add more exits now. Yeah, they look a little sparse. Let's just up this to 30. I'll need to test this. Oops, I got rid of my straights. Okay, come here. Come here. Forward. Yeah, this is a real big... This is a real big turntable. Man, I'm trying to decide, do I want something this big? This is real chunk. Yeah, he's a big boy. So space-wise, this will take up a lot of area. I guess that's not a bad thing. I have the yard lead in for this arrival departure track. It's a super short yard lead. This is not ideal. Now I need to figure out how I'm going to have my locomotives access the facilities over here. And I have to figure out where this is going to go. I think what's going to make the most sense, if this is a double-ended yard lead, which I could keep, I'm leaning towards maybe not, because I don't know if I'm going to have the space. So what I could do is this can come back here. I'm going to have a passing siding anyway, so I can get locomotives around both ends. So this could stay the same. This could come in, so the locomotive could pull out. Like if it pulls in this direction, this locomotive can go... Actually, maybe I need to test this. Maybe that's what I need to do. So if you're on a arrival departure track, we want to pull you this way. And that's technically as far as you'll need to go on this particular track. And if I back you up this direction into something, I can have you do a switchback and then go into the facilities. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of little tinkering and testing. Let's fix the yard on this side, and then we'll come back and fix it up here. So to do this, we're going to delete, I think we're just going to delete all this track. We'll leave a little bit up here so I can measure it. I want to have a bit of separation between the arrival departure track and the classification tracks where I'm going to be swapping cars in and out. This way, I think it just adds a little bit more. I like the idea that maybe you'd want to take a car up, like, you know, you might need to check out, if you need to check out these cars before they take off, you might want to separate these a bit, have a little bit of a road in between. And I also want to lower this a bit. I haven't done it most areas around the layout, but I think it'll add a little bit of a dynamic shift between these big mainline tracks and then the more commonly used classification tracks. I think it's feasible. You could have people walking through here or on a little thing maybe so that they need to check stuff. Leave that spacing like that. You need to take a connector track so it has that slight grade change, but I think that should be quite cool. This. Delete. So my longest classification track should still be long enough to accommodate an entire train's worth of cars. I suppose that's not bad, is it? Ooh, okay, this isn't quite right. Oh man, it'd be good if I had this set up to work right away. Is that straight enough? It's a slight bit of wonk, but I don't mind just a little bit. It's a short guy. This isn't a very long track here. But I could do it. Oops. Let me take you. Take you. So that's what this would look like, meaning that a locomotive would have to come off this end, pull through here. So if you back up through this, you can go through this piece of track here and then go over to the facilities. So I have a passing siding here. Oh, I didn't do that on this side. Do I want to do that? Yeah, because that's right. I had this set up so I could pass the ladder. Shoot. Yeah, I'm going to want to do that, aren't I? Actually, maybe I can do this. This isn't bad. I can just do that. Connect that up. A little bit more. Actually, we'll just pull you to the end, and then I can just flex track this to here. That'll do. And then this connects with this. Technically, I could put a turnout before this point. I don't have to have it go all the way up here. This? I can get rid of that turnout. Do this. I don't think I'm going to have industries on this end. I think it's just going to be the locomotive facility. And I think on this side, I want to put industries. Edit roundhouse, add new, put main. We need that. So we'll start. Nope. I think that now length scale. This is gonna be tricky because if I'm gonna do these big locomotives, I think this needs to be as long as the turntable. The turntable was 13, which means, oops, that needs to be lowered because that's gonna clip that. Give me a straight. Doesn't matter. We gotta make sure this guy's gonna fit. And we'll take straight. It's a bit long, but that should work for the test. So now we can turn this around. Okay, pull you forward. All right, slow down. Pull you into the servicing facility. So if I have very little extra space, let's Edit Roundhouse. We're going to change this to be, call this big. So this will be the big area. And what I think I want to do is we'll do, some will be really big. Length scale is going to have to be like 14. To comfortably fit it, it's going to have to be like 14. Yeah. And then we're going to close. We'll add new. We'll add small. So small will be here. I'm thinking maybe just a couple small sheds here. We'll make this like 10 maybe. So that'll be 10. That'll be... I think that fits the space okay. I think the positioning of this, though, is good. I want this to be right on the edge. Now what I need to do... Oh, this is going to suck. Yeah, the position of this is fun. So because of how this works, I have to delete these tables. And if we go to Turntable, we can turn on terrain. And this will give us a little flat section around it where it'll fill in all the stuff. Oh, I hate this part. Yeah. So then we need to go to table. We'll do stuff like this to try to fill in, oops, gaps. Like that. Yeah, it has a tendency to want to glitch through this a bit. I want to avoid that because I've noticed it causes some weird lighting issues. I want to put a locomotive shed over here at some point. Take square. Fill you up a little bit. Just so I need less pieces overall. We want this to probably fade just below that. I showed this off my mod showcase, but I want to put this diesel shed in here. I think this would actually fit perfectly right here. Now I have to figure out the track plan for this. This is going to be complicated. This might need to go at an angle. It's going to be a bit tight. Yeah, because that's not going to quite turn enough to get into it. I could use the roundhouse. I could pull a diesel in here, turn it, pull it into the diesel shed. I guess the other alternative is I could put it here. Then I have to... I guess this doesn't have to be... if I get rid of this... This... to round it... The downside with it this way... Well, actually, this still kind of works. It would just go like this. The downside now is this has to fit onto here. And that's not gonna... It's not gonna like that, is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this one. This is a tricky track section to incorporate everything. Because I don't have any servicing tracks either, which I'd like to have, like with sand towers and, you know, kind of the works, and maybe some locomotive storage track. This is a good spot to put like a couple parallel sections right here to come off. All right, I changed up the track here. I got the diesel shed to fit in this spot, but I could also move it back here if I want. I managed to get up to 3-track ladders in this area. I think they fit good. My curves, I think, look pretty reasonable, except for this one here. I might need to fix that a little bit. I changed up all the benchwork colors so it matches. It looks a lot cleaner now. And I don't know if there's much else I can fit back here. Let's fix this passing siding because I'm going to need that back here for sure. Yes, we need that to come off here. I need straight. We can delete this. Oh man, do I want to eyeball this area track. That might be a mistake, but maybe I do that. I think I can probably eyeball this enough. It needs to be one of you. I see. Okay, this is going to straighten me up for me. Where'd you go? Hello? Back here. What? Let me grab you. Thank you. All right, slot that there. Slot that there. Thank you for fixing this for me. And then this will come off. If we do straight. Do I want the buildings to be closer to the track? It probably makes more sense for them to be away. I don't know. I'm not really sure how much space I'm going to need for these industries. I also have to figure out what industries these are going to be. I went through a couple props. I found this really big building here, which is quite cool. I'm not sure what kind of industry this would maybe be or what its purpose would be. But there are some big props I could use that fit nicely in this space. But I'm not sure if I want to go super big industry here. I kind of have that in my agriculture area, so I like the idea that this could be a bit smaller, like a couple small local things. It needs to mesh, like kind of blend into this this mountain scene over here, so it can't be too crazy built up. Otherwise, I feel like you wouldn't have a fully rural, you know, undeveloped area over here next to a giant bustling city. Like, that doesn't quite make sense to me. So I need some kind of transition. So I think a huge industry might not work, but I'll have to think about it. But I don't think I can make any more progress for a bit. I think I need to really just I need to test this out with some locomotives, run some operations between this yard kind of as it is and my agriculture scene over here, because I can just run some trains, move cars, and get a feel for what I could be missing. And then I'm going to come back and work on this. This is going to be a whole other deal. But that's what I've come up with so far. So let me know if you have any suggestions for things I should be including, or if there's anything I've missed that I need to put in here. Let me know. It's a very busy scene, and this is, yeah, it's going to take me a long time to finish this. But you know what? That's just fine. That is why I like this game so much. You can just get stuck in, build a really cool scene like this, and yeah, make it all your own, which is quite fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please, you know, like, subscribe, you know, whatever, all that stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.